Welcome back to Today on Sunday. There have been 3 shark attacks in Australian waters in as many weeks, and images like these have got many swimmers very nervous about going to the beach this weekend. I have to admit, look, I'm not generally really overly aware of sharks, but it's got me thinking. So what exactly is being done to protect beachgoers and swimmers from potential threat? And should we be doing more? For his thoughts, we're joined now by Michael Brown from SURFWATCH, the aerial patrol company that surveys our beaches. Good morning to you, Michael. Everywhere I go around the beautiful suburb of Coogee, I hear people talking about sharks. It's really front of mind at the moment.
It certainly is. Look, over the last couple of years, we've seen a massive increase in the sharks that are actually coming in close to shore. I mean, there's no disputing that worldwide and even Australia-wide, shark numbers are definitely on the decrease. But because of a huge explosion in bait fish over the last couple of years, those sharks are simply following the bait fish in, and unfortunately, mistakes are being made.
We're a nation of swimmers, though, so how are we going to get on with these beasts? Most of us live on the coastal fringe. It's a national pastime to have a swim.
Yeah, well, look, I think that, you know, I mean, we're Australians, and Australian culture very much revolves around the surf. I think that people just need to be educated. For example, I mean, if you swim early in the morning or late in the afternoon, that's when you're most likely to run into trouble with the sharks. The reality is, if you were to take your family down to one of the beaches in the middle of the day, swim in the patrolled areas, the chances of being attacked by a shark are so remote that they probably don't even warrant a percentage.
OK, so how effective is patrolling at the moment? Your company surveys from the air. How often do you do that, and what does your information actually do to help us swim more safely?
OK, at the moment we're doing the patrols probably around about 3 or 4 days a week, but what we try to concentrate on is we head out early in the morning and we'll fly up and down the coast, and we try to identify areas where we can see large congregations of bait fish. Now, we can use this information to try and formulate an idea on where the shark problems could lie throughout the day.
We're looking at a massive shark on screen now. What's the biggest one you've spotted in your chopper?
OK. Well, look, so far this year, we spotted a shark that was just over 4 metres off Longreef. It's one of the biggest sharks that I've ever seen, and it looked incredibly wide animal as well. So we've seen quite a few. I mean, 3.5, 4 metre are probably some of the larger sharks. We're also seeing quite a few around about the 2 to 2.5 metre mark as well.
All right, now, there are a number of ocean swims. The ocean swimming season is winding down as we head into winter, and there are a number of them planned around the country today. Have you spotted any bait fish in those areas?
Well, look, so far this morning we've had reports of congregations of bait fish off the Palm Beach area and also off North Head. So, I mean, we've got a few bait fish around this morning. I think those areas are probably where we need to concentrate our efforts on. But as I say, I mean, they do move around a fair bit. So, I mean, being careful. As far as the ocean swims go, I think most of them are fairly well patrolled, but, you know, I mean, being cautious is always on the cards, I think. I'm
just looking at this map of the shark hotspots around the country: Fraser Island, Kirra Beach in Queensland, and then Palmy, Whale Beach, Avalon in New South Wales, Rottnest Island, Cottesloe Beach, Cactus Beach, a great surfing beach. The best surfing areas seem to be the shark hotspots.
Well, I think one of the things that makes the surfing areas so good is the fact that they have little sandbars, etc., which help to form good waves. Now, those same areas with the waves tend to dredge up the bottom. That dredges up a lot of the nutrients, gets a lot of the bait fish excited. So, I mean, that's predominantly why we have problems in those areas. Just
before we go, Michael, there's been a bit of fuss in the press recently. People say you're winding us up about these sharks because you'd like to raise more money for your company. How does the government assist you at this stage?
OK, well, the government gives us very little assistance. It costs around about $250,000 a year to keep SURFWATCH running. We've asked the government for about $80,000 to help kick in, to help cover the fuel and some of the basic maintenance. Nobody's ever drawn a wage from SURFWATCH. SURFWATCH has never turned over a profit. And, I mean, all we've asked the government for is just a little bit of money to help us run the chopper and extend the service. All
right, Michael, keep watching and keep letting us know. It's good information to have.
I certainly will.
Michael Brown there, Layla, and, you know, you hear about a 4-metre shark, but it's the girth that's a frightening thing.
Would that be as big as this desk we're sitting at?
4 metres?
Yeah.
No, that's a lot less than 4 metres, I reckon.
Yeah,
I reckon
a bit longer.
Yeah, so
bigger than this desk.
And about as wide.
Probably as wide as this, I'd say.
Yeah.
But 4 metres is longer than that.
It's the width that gets you, because you can imagine yourself going into that shark. It's really, really frightening stuff. And he says that there's no... In fact, the shark numbers are on the wane, but because the bait fish are coming in close to shore, we're seeing more of them. And, of course, bait fish, sharks and people The bait fish and the people are the ones who lose out in that.
You're right.